before we were even allowed to come to church. Then when we were allowed to come to church, mmesahau kulikuwa na social distancing. Mmesahau kulikuwa na mask. And imagine you had masks in Mombasa. Captain, I remember you landed and you were detained at the airport. So we all face crises from time to time, but God, in His mercy, delivers us. Corona looks like it was so long ago. But for me, it will always be etched in my mind because that's when I lost my mom. And my brother Tim came to help me bury her. And I struggle with that reality. God heals in His own time. Hata kama sisi ni elder, as you will see, we all have one thing or the other which we suffer from. Sometimes it could be a loss of a job, which could be your crisis life right now, or the downscaling of a business. I have friends, sometimes the business has gone so low, and they are Christians, and you are wondering, sasa hawa nikiwafuta, how are they going to survive? You are a Christian, yes. You feel this is the right thing to do, but you are wondering what will happen. We are in a long holiday, and some of us are single parents, particularly single mothers, and some of us are happy our children are home. But your mind is, where will the school fees come from in January? And especially if the child is a candidate. Or you could be facing a crisis of your child drifting to the other side despite being brought up in church. As a nation, as I alluded to in my prayer, we appear to be having a crisis. From the onset, I don't subscribe to any side. And I believe with the authority of the deputy senior pastor, CITAM does not subscribe to any side. Whether you are being impeached or you are the one impeaching, we do not subscribe. I have my own personal opinion, and therefore, because of the position I currently hold in the church, I will not comment on any social group, lest the Church of Jesus Christ is taken to have taken sides. So as a nation as a nation right now and what is going on, we are in some crisis. And as a Christian, as an elder, as a father, I don't know sometimes what to do and what to pray. Because if you are with this group and you pray this way, you look like you are left wing. Oh, this is right wing, but it is your left. When you are in this side, so watupatie nafasi tu tukue tu sisi. We just speak as the Spirit of God says. I want us to go to Chronicles, 2 Chronicles chapter 20, and talk about King Jehoshaphat. King Jehoshaphat, it sounds Luya kidogo. It's King Jehoshaphat, ndio? I have friends from Vihiga, Maragoli, so kuna ho mingi hapo. King Jehoshaphat. So our text will be from 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 3. Okay, let me just pick it from, has he portrayed it? Has he projected it? We could start from chapter 1. From verse 1. As he's putting it on the screen, a background of King Jehoshaphat. He was a good king and faithful worshipper of God, who furthered the religious reforms his father initiated. I believe his father was Asa. However, to his disgrace, Jehoshaphat made a disastrous alliance with Ahab, king of Israel. But he later on As we'll see in chapter 19, he came back and initiated reforms. We are there? If you're not there, I'll open mine. 2 Chronicles chapter 20. Your writing ni kubwa lakini nitajaribu. It's very good for Gen Z kama sisi. Lakini wacha nisome. And this, the Moabites and the Ammonites with some of the Meunites, our knights wote, came to make war on Jehoshaphat. Tuendelee, Eliakim. Some men came and told Jehoshaphat, a vast army is coming against you from Edom, from the other side of the sea, and it is already in Hazazon Tamar, that is En-Gedi. Alarmed, Jehoshaphat resolved to inquire of the Lord. And he proclaimed a fast for Judah. Is it alarmed or feared? Okay, my version is in New King James Version. The people of Judah came together to seek help from the Lord. Indeed, they came from every town in Judah to seek him. Then Jehoshaphat stood up in the assembly of Judah and Jerusalem at the temple of the Lord in front of the courtyard, and said, O Lord, our God, O Lord, God of our fathers, are you not the God who is in heaven? Sometimes that is a question I feel, not a question, sometimes that is some of the conversations I have in God when I see things in this nation. You rule over all the kingdoms of the nations. Power and might are in your hand, and no one can withstand you. O our God, did you not drive out the inhabitants of this land before your people Israel and give it forever to the descendant of Abraham, your friend? They have lived in it and have built in it a sanctuary for your name, saying, if calamity comes upon us, and I pray that that is what God will do to you today, even as you minister in his house. Whether the sword of judgment or plague or famine, we will stand in your presence before this temple that bears your name, and will cry out to you in our distress, and you will hear us and save us. But now here are men from Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir, whose territory you would not allow Israel to invade when they came from Egypt. So they turned away from them and did not destroy them. See how they are repaying us by coming to drive us out of the possession you gave us as an inheritance. O our God, will you not judge them? For we have no power to face this vast army that is attacking us. We do not know what to do, but our eyes are upon you. Just pause there.